Welcome to Kung Fu Alpha number 2. We're going to do some bound fighting. As per usual, I'm going to give you the do's and don'ts. We're all doing a live TikTok and Instagram. Instagram's not connecting. I don't know why it's not connecting. It might be connecting. All right, it's connected. TikTok is ready. Instagram is ready. And if you guys are on TikTok and Instagram, you're missing anything, you'll find it on YouTube later. We're going to do bound fighting. It's cold. It's almost 4:30, which means my alarm's probably going to go off if it hasn't already. And empty my pockets real quick. So I'm gonna have to remake these for y'all. I gotta owe you guys one. But for the moment, we're going to go with this short live because it's cold. This fleece is not very warm, and it's gonna limit my my mobility. So before we do that, let me point this out to everybody who takes martial arts, or everybody who's training. And this is for you senseis, hidoshis, and teachers. You should not just train your students in their gi, because most of the time, if you're gonna have a conflict, you're not gonna be in your gi. Instagram has frozen. Fucking A. Maybe it'll catch up. Anyway, if you are a martial artist, you need to be taught how to fight in civilian clothes as well as your gi. And I have no idea what's going on with Instagram. It still says we're live, but there's no picture. The camera got cut off. I don't know how that. Sorry, Instagram. Anyway, so the reason why I tell you that is because 9 times out of 10, if you're a martial artist, when you go to the dojo, you are dressed to train. But your training does not stop when you leave the dojo. If you are a true martial artist, your training happens 24 hours a day, 9 days a week. I know, there's only 7 days a week, but still, you put that training in, all right? And the reason why I say that, because a lot of y'all go watch videos and they'll be in the dojo in their gi. Okay. Some blocks that you may use in the dojo that you will probably never use outside the dojo. You're also not going to break into the crane. You're going to break into a standard fighting stance. Heel toe, kind of that kind of thing. Looks more like this, but I'm on the balls of my feet, just in case you want to know. I'm on the balls of my feet, boom, so I can get up, boom. All right. Now, the reason why I point this out is, as you can see, every video I make, you barely will catch me in a gi. All right? The reason for that is, if I'm going to get attacked, I'm not going to get attacked at the dojo. There's too many people there who know how to mess people up without even trying. So no idiot is going to attack you at a dojo. Most people are going to get attacked in a casual setting. So for all you teachers watching who are telling everybody don't listen to Echo Fang Grey Wolf because he doesn't know shit, I ain't never seen nobody get attacked in a dojo. Unless it was by another motherfucking martial artist who was just trying to do some dojo storming crap. Which is illegal, by the way. Most people are attacked in their casual wear. They're attacked at libraries, grocery stores, parks, and you don't wear your gi everywhere. Just like you don't carry your nunchucks everywhere. Or your bow staff, or any of that other shit. You know, most cities and states really don't allow you to do that shit. You know, if you're not doing a tournament or a show, you're rocking this shit right here. Regular ass outfit. So for everybody who's learning a martial art, if your teacher doesn't do this, you owe me one. Tell your teacher to have 3 nights a week in a 5-night class or a 7-night class where everybody wears casual clothes. Buy something cheap that you don't care if anything happens to it, so that you can learn how to fight in your regular clothes. Because a lot of people are creatures of habit, so they fight in the kung fu outfit or the karate outfit in which they train in. You're not always wearing that shit. Unless you work at the dojo 24 hours a day, you're not wearing that. So because I'm getting cold, we're going to get started. All right, so we're going to do some bound fighting. Do's and don'ts. You've seen this before, so we don't have to go through this drill every time. But first, disclaimer, do not attempt to do anything you see me do, especially if you don't have any fucking martial art training at all, because that would be really bad for you, and I'm not being held responsible for you breaking your own neck. All right? And yes, I am cold. So we're going to do the back part first, because it's easier to do the back part than it is to the front part. I understand there will be nothing fancy When your hands are tied, you keep it clean and you keep it into reality. You are not a Power Ranger. You are not a Ninja Turtle. You are not a ninja anything. You are going to survive by listening before you have survived by attempting. All right? So when your hands are in front of you, tied together, you have the ability to block. When your hands are behind you, tied together, your ability to block is severely rendered to your range of motion. That is my range of motion. And also, when your hands are tied together, you will not be doing any of these. All right? You will not be doing any of these. You probably shouldn't do any of these. Okay? Because those are things that are going to be thrown off balance because your hands are tied together. All right? I'm not going to say you can't, but I am going to say you probably shouldn't. All right? I mean, if you got the aerial ability for that, knock yourself the fuck out. But I'm not going to be held responsible for what happens to you if you miss. When your hands are tied, you are severely off balance. That's the most important thing that you need to learn today. You are severely off balance, which is why you're going to keep it clean and you're going to keep it basic. Basics win fights. Showing off, well, that has an adverse effect. You can hurt yourself showing off. You can miss. And that person that you are fighting can go to town on you. So here's my range of motion from the back. See that? That's as high as I can get my hand to block. On either freaking side. I am not very flexible. Most people aren't. And 50, flexibility is not really my thing. So you're going to keep it basic. Your exit factor is very important. Damn it. Instagram went out on me again. I'm sorry, Instagram. I don't know why my tablet keeps disconnecting me. But anyway, so if your enemy is right in front of you and your exit is over there, you want to keep your enemy away from your exit. So inside to outside crescent kick should put your enemy that way, and you should go that way. So that would look like this. Your hands are behind you. So he's running at you. Boom. So he's going down that way, and you're going this way. Now, in the event that that kick is not powerful enough to knock him out, you need to be ready to engage. But you still need to have your eye on the prize. So let's say I sting him, but I don't knock him down with the inside to outside crescent kick. Whew. So he's right there. But he's not down. He's just dazed. From there, I'm in this position right here. I can deliver a front kick. You're going to put more power behind that kick than what you just saw me demonstrate because I don't want to fall. There's a hole here somewhere. So, boom, and then you're out. Now, if the door is over there, same kick, different leg, and you want to put him over there. Boom. As you can see, there was no power behind that kick, so you're going to have to engage. So you want to step back. Boom. You want to keep him at bay long enough for you to get over there. My nose is running. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, this damn Virginia weather, man. I'm just going to dab the snot so we can continue. Hopefully I'm far enough away that y'all can't see up my nose. Alright, now, opposite thing. Alright, so your door's over there, and you want to send your enemy that way. Now you do the opposite of that kick, which is now an outside to inside crescent kick. You want to send him that way, which would look like this, where I can get more power because I'm shifting all of my weight at the same time. So he's coming at me, bam! Now he's right there. Boom. If I don't sting him enough, but if I do, you just got to continue from here. So if I don't sting him, you add that extra kick. If I do sting him, this is exactly what you do. My door is over there. I want him over there. Boom! Now I'm out. And the reason why you do that, because one, your hands are tied. Your ability to engage somebody with your hands tied behind your back is slim to zero. Slim just skipped out of town, and zero staring you in the face. Two bad things can happen, especially if you're not a strong fighter or a good fighter. First bad thing is you just pissed this guy off because you kicked him in the face. Now, God damn it, I'm having problems with Instagram. The second thing is, He's gonna kick your ass if you're not a strong fighter, because you just pissed him off when you kicked him in the face. So that's why your exit strategy must always be on your mind at all times when your hands are bound behind you. The difference with your hands being bound behind you is your blocking range. If you're throwing a punch or a kick, this right here, unless you squat to protect, you're screwed. Alright? And as you can see, my range is like shit. So, no. So, I'm going to need, like, if he throws like a punch and I can kick his punch, I put myself in a bad position right here. Because if that kick didn't sting his punch, or if it did sting his punch, he has two other options that he has. He has his foot that's right here, kick, and he has his other hand that's going to pop me in the back of the head because of how I stood. See, this is the downside of not knowing what the hell you're doing. If he throws a punch and you can just keep getting out of the way, do that. Run if you have to, or run if you can run. But if you can block and you have the ability to block, like if you're flexible as hell, which I am not, as you can see, this is my range. That's going to barely protect my chin. Barely. Alright? So that's not going to do me any good. So he's coming at me and I'm thinking going up this way and putting him over there so I can run this way, then I'm going to be ready. So when he comes, boom, I'm out. I'm not going to stand here and try to engage this guy because that would be a really stupid thing to do. Same thing with the other side. If I'm trying to go that way, I want him to go as far away from me as possible in a direction that's not in my doorway so that I can escape. Boom! You know, I'm out. Engaging people with your hands tied in the back of you is a very dumb idea. You're making a movie, it's fantastic. Because those stuntmen and that director and that producer, they're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure that you don't get fucked up. And in real life, it does not work like that. I forgot to tell you the one more important thing. You don't know what your enemy's going to do when he's coming at you. Some bitch might try to spear you. He might edge the shit out your ass. Or rhino, gore, you know. You got to be prepared for that. Which, since I don't have a training partner, I can't actually effectively show you that you should probably just bring your knee into his face. But you don't know what's going to happen in the fight until the fight actually happens. Which is something us martial artists that you follow on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and wherever the hell else you follow us at, kind of tend to leave off. Fights change in the middle of a fight. You know, if you're running, boom, and I front kick you and you step back and it doesn't hurt you, it just pisses you off, I got a problem. Probably about 180 pounds of problem. So I have to be prepared for that shit. But what I'm not going to do is this. Boom. Why am I not going to do that? If at all possible, when your hands are tied, whether it be in front of you or in back of you, you do not really want your feet to leave the ground. Gravity is not your friend. You also do not know who you are in combat with. It obviously was a little bit better than you if they got you and they have your hands tied up in the first fucking place. That should teach you that, okay, your enemy, they got the drop on you. So now you have to be fucking prepared for them to do the shit again. You know, shit happens in a fight. Regardless. Your skill level can be great and still get your ass handed to you with your hand behind your back. Now, for all you flexible fuckers, they can do this little contortion thing. I don't have much of an ass, but I can't get my hands around because I'm not, okay. See right here? I'm not that guy. I can't put my legs through here. That hip replacement has ruined all of that shit. But if you can do that, okay, you want to do that. That way it'll put you in a position to be able to protect yourself better because now your hands are tied in front of you. They're still tied, but now you have the option of blocking with both hands. High right, medium with knee, low. High left, medium with knee, low. You see the options have changed. Now I have a better chance of I have a better chance of defending myself because now I can block with both hands. Alright? Also have a weapon now. Why wasn't a weapon before? Because I have no range of motion. Back here, severely limited. It would take a miracle for me to catch somebody's hand in this rope and for them not to beat my ass while I'm holding their hand. Alright? Now this I can work with. You know, block, grab, and lock. It's possible. I don't recommend it, but it's possible. Now, I will say this, you want to be real careful at what you're doing with these things. Because these things can help you and hurt you at the same time. Because sometimes when you move, especially if you have handcuffs, they get tighter, cut off circulation. You don't want that, all right? But since this is a rope, technically it's a belt, I'm in good shape. I can move my hands. You want to know your range of motion while your hands are in front. You already know they're a hell of a lot better than what it was when your hands were behind you, all right? So with your hands in front, boom, you can block high, boom, boom. You got to learn how to do one of these Wing Chun things, or block strike. But as you strike, this is going to pull. So as this pulls, you want to push so that you can be on the same page with one hand. Boom. This way, you can get back into your position. This is for dragon. This is for tiger. You're not going to need any of that shit because your hands are tied, so you won't really be able to use it. This is for snake. This is for crane. You're not going to be able to use that because your hands are in the wrong position, and you won't have time to worry about that shit anyway. Because a punch is a punch and a kick is a kick. It is not the punch or the kick that is important. It is where you land that punch or that kick. Your hands being tied, block, throat strike. Why? Because if a person can't breathe, they can't hurt you. A person can't stand can still fuck you up. So you have to be careful. Then you have to worry about body size and body shapes and body types. But at least with your hands, you have a fighting chance of defending yourself. Boom, 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 boom. You understand? Boom, boom, boom. This leg doesn't work like it used to. Hip replacement. So, guys coming at me, boom, I can step back. Boom, I can step back. Boom, I can continue to step back to keep him at bay. And if you notice, only 1 foot leaves the ground each time. Boom, step back. Boom. And these are just basic front kicks. What I'm not going to do is block. Yeah, we're not doing that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm going to block. Boom. Shoot. I'm going to strike him with a knee. Block. Boom. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible because my hands are tied. If I can't get these bitches off, I have to fight smarter, not harder. So you have to understand how this shit works. Most of the people, Generation Xers, probably have had some formal training of fighting with your hands tied. If not, y'all lucked out. I've been training like this since I was 12. So the thing is, you adapt. You learn to adapt. I can't block high anything with no range of motion. Where here, I'm not limited to my range of motion anymore because it's limited to my hands being tied. It's not limited to my range of motion because boom, I have range. Boom, 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 boom. I can retaliate. Here, I'm playing a lot of dodgeball. I have to be able to engage safely because my hands are tied behind my back. Now, I'm losing out to the coast, so I'm going to hurry and finish this off. But the first thing I want to say, there will probably never be a time in your life, ever, unless you're a fucked up ass individual who likes to cause problems, where you're going to need this shit. Never. You're making a movie, probably be the only time you're ever going to need it. Making a movie. I don't recommend butterfly kicks. I don't recommend tornado kicks. I don't recommend jump spin kicks or sweeps. But if you choose to do that, I'm not going to condemn you, but I am going to prepare you for the consequences of what happens if you miss. You go for a foot sweep and you're not prepared to block and they jam your leg in, broken kneecap. If you go for a jumping spinning back kick, like so, see my landing? You see how that was? My balance is still off. Watch. A little better, right? Now watch my reverse tornado. God, please don't let me fuck myself up. That's a little prayer. See how my balance is off? You be the judge. It's a lot safer to do that with your hands not tied versus tie. And we're not doing tornado kicks. There's not enough flat ground. But at the same time, you can do sequences. You know, block, strike. Yeah. I don't recommend that. You see, my balance was off. So it would be block, strike, strike, strike. And the reason for that is I'm keeping my eye on this guy versus block, strike. I lowered my eye, my balance is off, you saw me slip. That wasn't planned, but that's exactly what's gonna happen. So if you're gonna do sequences, block, strike, strike, those are safer than block, strike, boom, boom. There's a good chance, again, balance off, you might get those first two. But when you turn for this one, he can sweep your foot. Or he can catch your foot. Not that he can't catch it with the other ones. Well, at least if he catches it with the other ones, boom. You know, you can push in and you can use this. Right in the throat. But you get it blocking with your hands in front. Okay? You'll figure it out in the heat of battle. However, everything changes in the heat of battle. Everything. Your game plan changes. Your enemy's game plan has changed, which is what's going to force your game plan to change. Okay? My nose is running again. Okay. I got to blow this bitch. And yes, I am getting cold. Oh, for the love of God. Whew. Now, if you happen to be blessed enough where you can get this rope off, like you get free, so you're fighting, boom, got it off, now you have a weapon, boom, boom, boom. There's a knot. Boom. Looks like you're throwing a bitch slap, but you're just opening your hand, the knot. See the knot? Yeah, that knot and this rope is going to equally even out the playing field. And you need to have an equal playing field when your hands are tied up. Again, I state the fact that there will probably never be a time in your life that you're ever going to use this shit. Doesn't hurt to know it, but you're never going to use it. Not in real life. No one's going to come and take you a hostage unless you're a very, very important person. And most of those people have bodyguards. So, you know, 9 times out of 10, unless you stumble into some accidental bullshit or you're an actor in a movie, which we should make, you're never going to use it. Never going to use it. Again, you're not going to do these. See how my balance is? One more time. Balance is a little off on that one, for sure. Getting tired. Anyway, you get the gist. If you watched it earlier, you can catch it again on YouTube in like about an hour. So, I understand, like if you're an animal style practitioner, it's going to be real hard to do snake, crane, tiger, dragon, mantis. It's going to be real hard to do that with your hands tied. So you kind of want to change your game on that. You want to get off the animal styles as quick as possible because your hands are tied. And once you get your hand free, if you want to go into, I stepped in cramp for a second. If you want to go into snake or mantis or crane, your hand's free now. So now you can do that. This is going to be there. I will also tell you, in the event that you do escape, keep the rope. Just in case you come into a smart-ass officer that doesn't believe you. You may have bruising. They can say anything. But if you leave that rope on, and I know it sounds really fucked up and redundant, but if you leave that rope on, they can't say you weren't tied up. I know your instincts will tell you, take it off and throw it away. No. Take it off with one hand That way you'll have evidence that someone did attack you and bound your hands. Especially if you accidentally unalive the guy who attacked you while your hands was bound. Look, I would love to continue, but I'm losing out to cold weather yet again. My fingers are losing color, so I'm going to end the live. I'm going to post this on YouTube at Kung Fu Havoc number 2 in roughly like an hour or so. So, because it's going to take that long to unconnect all this shit. Anyway, that being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2 for Instagram, for TikTok. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry. When the weather gets better, and maybe after GalaxyCon, I'll try to make some more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Be seeing ya. And damn it. Yes, in that live. Instagram, I do apologize. It's cold as shit in Virginia. And my fingers are like, the tips are turning a different color. I'm sure this can't show it. But thank you guys for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm losing out the cold. I'll try to make it up to you. I got weapons coming. I just have to get them fixed. Be seeing ya. Whew, Jesus Christ. Okay. You can get right there right now. TikTok, YouTube. So Instagram is the last one.